This is a story of a great adventure. A story about love, a story about new friendships, and also a tragic story. So, where do we start? Right, Mount Ijen. Welcome to the mountain of blue fire. The story begins in Ubud, Bali, where we got picked up by our friendly driver Aldo. We drove for around 4 hours to a port town in West Bali called Gilimanuk, and from there we took a ferry to East Java.
Hello everyone, welcome back to his channel. So now we're going to Ijen, and we have a friend, it's Rumi.
Hi.
And Tosha.
Huh?
Tosha,
Hello.
say hi.
Hello.
And of course Justin.
Hello, welcome back.
And me is Alina.
So as Alina was saying, we are currently going to Ijen, so from Ubud to Gilimanuk, which is to the west of Bali, and then we're going to take the ferry and go to a place called Banyuwangi, where we'll spend maybe like 4 to 5 hours tonight, and then after that we'll start the hike around 2 a.m. in the morning, sunrise hike. Right. Alright, so here comes the exciting part. We are now crossing what is this? Bali Strait. Okay, so we're crossing that. So the whole car goes into the ferry. So the ferry is full. And this is Alina's reaction.
So tired.
Tired.
So guys, so far now you can go out.
Yes! Alright, so now we're on the ferry and we're allowed to get out the car, so we're going to walk around the ferry and see what the facilities are, and stop looking at me, it's too pretty. So all the cars and shuttle bus and trucks are all parking behind us now, and you can see people actually come in shuttle buses as well, and luckily we've got a smaller van. As soon as you board the ferry, you'll be greeted with this energizing music that you just can't hold yourself together but dance. Hello. This is our driver, Adol, absolute legend, and he drove all the way from Java to Bali, to Ubud, and then now we're going back to Java, and then after that he's taking us back to Bali and then going back to Java again. Wow, crazy.
My pleasure.
So as you can see, on the ferry now, there are a lot of people, and there's actually a small cafeteria in front of it. So on this ferry, there are actually many different parts. So here you can see this part where there are lots of people lying down here, looks quite relaxing. Adding a few beanbags here might not be a bad idea actually. And then we saw this. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Woo! That's the thing I like about people in Southeast Asia. You don't need the most material or expensive lifestyle to be happy. Just simple fun like this can already put a smile on their face. As the night falls, the boat slowly sailed across Bali Strait and we saw the most dramatic sunset on the boat. Look how dramatic the color here is. So on this side you can see bright orange, and then on the other side, how dramatic the cloud color is. Dark blue. You saw the girls just then, they were taking a lot of different photos with the light here, it's just amazing. After arriving by Banyuwangi, we dropped our bags at a homestay and then we went out for dinner. I ordered a local Banyuwangi dish called Pecel Pitik, which is coconut chicken. Needless to say, it was enak sekali, which means very delicious in Indonesian. Herbs first, it's like a little sprinkle. Texture is a bit like pork floss in a way. Pork floss, not sure if you guys had it, but pork floss, but it's coconut. And let's try the chicken as well. Banyuwangi Special. Amazing. Alright guys, so it's currently 12:15 a.m. and we're getting ready for our trekking, which we will leave this place at 12:30. And there's a cat here. Winner! At 12:30 a.m. we left our homestay in Banyuwangi city and drove around an hour until we arrived at Mount Ijen Carpark.
Cool, yeah?
So after around an hour drive, we're finally here at the parking space at Mount Ijen, and as you can see, everyone is freezing cold at the moment. But I am wearing like a long sleeve t-shirt inside, and underneath I'm wearing shorts, so I'm a bit crazy, but I've been feeling warm so far. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning. So warm here.
Better here, not too much smoke. You sit
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Red fire, not blue fire.
Yeah, where's the blue fire?
Red fire.
No,
You see
so I was born in Hong Kong, but I live in Australia now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're living in Australia.
Yeah. Oh, it's so warm. Blue fire?
Red fire.
Oh, blue fire.
Yeah,
I
blue.
see.
Yeah,
Okay, time to go now.
Yeah. No, I'll stay in here, okay?
Yeah, okay. You gonna go to walk or no? You gonna go? Nice.
Not taxi car, only taxi mountain.
Taxi mountain.
Manual, not machine.
Oh, I see. Not normal taxi.
No, only
like-
manual people carry.
Ah, I see.
After in your starting, you see taxi.
Yeah. Taxi.
Mountain, yeah.
Oh, okay. Taxi mountain.
Very cheap for you, the pay.
If I give up, I'll just get taxi. I get tired, I'll get taxi. So here on Ijen, when you arrive, there are actually these vendors. What's your name?
My name is Jun.
June.
Yes.
June. And you sell
And sell the
beanies, some gloves. So if you forgot to bring your winter stuff, definitely you can buy it here as well. And yeah. After hanging out with the locals, I reunited with my group and grabbed some hot drinks to warm up the body. This is our awesome guide Malik, and he's quite an interesting character to hang out with. After giving us a briefing of what to expect, the journey to see the blue fire begins.
Okay, Malik team.
Malik.
Okay.
Alright, so let the hike at Mount Ijen begins. And we're at the entrance of Kawah Ijen.
Yeah.
Kawah is crater. Learned that from our lovely guide, Malik. Malik. As we begin the climb, we were joined by many fellow hikers from all around the world. The hike to the top is 3.5 kilometers and it took around 1.5 hours to reach the crater. And on the way there, we kept hearing what you saw just then. These are the trolleys that people actually push tourists up the hill to the crater. So I think you pay quite a fortune for you to get pushed up there, but I mean, if you're lazy, you can get in one of those. Alright, after around an hour 40 minutes walk, we have finally reached the top. Now we're gonna go down to see the blue fire, and it's actually very close to the lake, and apparently, according to the guide, the lake has very high acidity, so it's around 0.5 pH, and the gas from there is also toxic, so gotta wear a mask time. After we arrived at the crater, we started making our way down to see the blue fire. The way down was steep, rocky, with many rugged surfaces, so make sure to bring proper shoes. It took us around 20 to 30 minutes to get down to the lake, which is around 800 meters far. And finally, we arrived at the lake. So we are now currently really close to the lake, and the smoke from here really irritates the eyes, even though we've got goggles and masks, but still it didn't really help. I think that the mask is not helping at all. My guide Malik, being an absolute legend, gave me his mask so that I can venture into the toxic sulfuric gas. The mission to capture the blue fire on footage began. Wow. The blue fire that occurs when sulfur burns at extremely high temperature was truly a sight that I'll remember for the rest of my life. It was spectacular, and I can't describe how beautiful it was in person. And then it was sunrise. Just when you think everything was going according to plan, this is when a tragic story happened. I lost my drone. At 30% battery, I tried returning the drone from the middle of the crater. However, the wind at the top of the crater was very strong, and not only did it fail to descend, it was so strong that the drone was using extra power to withstand the strong wind, and it was barely moving. And from 35% to 30% and then down to 10%, the drone started auto-landing. My options were either landing it in the highly acidic lake that would melt my drone or try my best to put it as close to any side of the crater and find it after. Despite all my effort in bringing the drone back, the wind blew the drone to the opposite side of the crater, fell from the sky and landed in the middle of the jungle with no road access. And of course, being a young broke backpacker, I felt really gutted as the drone was a huge investment for me. But for those of you who know me, I always try to stay positive and I wasn't overly upset. What happened to the drone was out of my control and there was nothing much I could do other than learning from this valuable lesson. And to think from the bright side on this trip to Indonesia, I lost my drone but found a beautiful girlfriend. Oh, found you. Found you. Found you.
Follow me.
So many people, when they see the blue flame and they come back to the crater, they would stop there, but there's actually more to it here in Mount Ijen. So once you get back up to the top of the volcano, you can actually hike up a little bit and you come to this famous Instagram spot where there are lots of people taking photos. And for example, look how photogenic our guide is. Posing without even trying. Alright, so now that the lighting is getting better, let me tell you some fun facts I couldn't record just then. So, just then on our way up here in pitch dark, we saw some sulfur miners carrying obviously some sulfurs, and the tour guide Malik was telling us that for each trip, these sulfur miners, they go to the crater and collect these sulfur and they bring it back to the car park. Each trip, they earn around 80,000. So, for maybe 4 or 5 trips for the younger ones, they could earn up to 300 or 400,000 Indonesian rupiah every day. This is Elena, and you'll be seeing her a lot more in the future, maybe in Korea vlog as well.
Yeah, today we make so many good photos in this place. So
very
wonderful
nice.
place.
It is really beautiful.
You're too beautiful.
Mishka. Milashka? Mimishka? Jessica?
No.
Got Jessica. No. And this is my story at Mount Ijen. An adventure story about love, friendship, tragedy. A chapter in the story of my life. I made this video for myself so that one day when I watch this again, I'll relive all the beautiful memories on this volcano. To me, memories are like antiques. The older they are, the more valuable they become. And that's why at the start of this year, I began to pursue a career of full-time traveling as a travel vlogger and photographer. To live the best version of my life, one that's different to everyone else I know, so that one day when I grow old and I look back, I will have no regrets.